Everyone, and welcome to the channel. And today on the channel I'm going to be talking about the brand new action drama film called Beast. Before I get into my thoughts on this brand new film, if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, give the video a like, comment below your thoughts on this film, and also turn the notification bell so you never miss any video that I post and I upload weekly. And now without further ado, let's get into my thoughts. Grab your hats, grab your gear, let's head out to Africa, let's go on a safari, and let's talk about this film. Directed by Baltasar Kormaker, Beast follows a father and his two teenage daughters who find themselves hunted by a massive rogue lion intending on proving that the savannah has but one apex predator. The film stars Idris Elba, Sharlto Copley, Leah Jeffries, and Ayanna Haley. Baltasar Kormaker has done 3 films that I've seen. He's done Adrift, Two Guns, and Contraband, and I liked all 3 of those films. I don't really love any of those 3 films, but I enjoyed his work for the most part. So going into this film, I did watch a trailer, and I thought the trailer was alright. I thought it would be at least a decent film, so I was just expecting an okay film. The film starts out with Dr. Nate Samuels. He's with his daughters Nora and Meredith, and they're flying to Africa, and they're going to go explore the wilderness. So they meet up with their uncle, and they're going to go through the wilderness and go on this expedition. And we're not talking about going through Animal Kingdom on a safari here, guys. This is a little bit more than that. A little bit more of an adventure here with seeing all these different animals. The trip is really for Nate to reconnect with his daughters, and he confides in this guy named Martin, and they go on this wilderness expedition. And when they're going on this wilderness expedition, they notice that a lot of people are killed, and they suspect that it is a lion, and then the lion attacks, and we have our movie. I enjoyed these shots with the animals running through the wilderness. There's a lot of really good cinematography through the desert, and just seeing all these different shots throughout the desert. It looks really beautiful, you know, out there, just seeing all these different animals. Now, I've seen Animal Kingdom and the safari, so just seeing this on screen, I really felt that I was in actual Africa here. So I think that they did a really good job with the shots, and there's a good fair amount of shots in the daytime and also in the nighttime. And even in this film, there's a lot of tension. There's a lot of different build up with the lion, where he's going to strike next. There is parts in the movie where there is some jump scares, and then I also like that when the chaos actually happens, it really does look really real, and you feel terrified for these humans, but at the same time, there is a little bit of shaky camera in that aspect, but for the most part, the camera work is done pretty well. I was really happy of how they actually filmed this. I found that most of the time, the camera work was done pretty well, and I like that for this lion. Even though he is attacking these humans, he actually feels like he has some motivation for actually attacking these humans. There is some blood and there is some graphic scenes. What I really liked is when this lion is about to strike next, when he pounds that Jeep, and just the sound effects they use. I thought they did a really good job doing that. Now, when the characters are going through this film, they do make some stupid decisions and some non-rational decisions. Like the girls in this, they'll leave a window open or they'll leave a door open, and you're thinking to yourself, come on, you know that a lion is lurking around, so you do have those dumb kind of decisions throughout this film. But the final scene of this film is why we all paid to watch this film, and you'll just have to watch it to see the final scene, but it is well worth it. However, I felt that the heartfelt moments, they aren't really fully implemented because a lot of times the lion will attack, so we don't get to finish those kind of heartfelt moments. And there's also a dream sequence that they throw in there, and I felt that that really took the fun out of the film. It leads to a death, which was really strange, and I felt that they didn't really need to implement that in the film. They also have this backstory in the beginning of the film where we have Nate and the 2 girls, and they talk about how their mother passed away and how she had cancer, and before the mother got cancer, the mother and father got separated, so the girls had a lot of animosity towards the father, and then also the father wasn't really interested in one of the daughter's photography skills, so they really had to throw that in there, and I didn't really feel that that was actually needed. You could have just said that they were on this trip and that Nate was busy and he wanted to really make up for all the lost time, but they throw this whole side story in there, and I really didn't care for that. There was also a side story involving poaching, and while I don't actually, think that poaching is a good idea or I support that at all, I just didn't really think that this film really needed that. It was supposed to be a more fun film, and I think people really signed up for an action-packed film here. And I think when we have these side stories, it really sidetracks the film into different directions that it really didn't need to go into. I also felt some of the scenes with this lion, when certain things are happening with this lion, I was thinking to myself, is this Halloween 4? Is this lion a real monster and not a real animal here? There were just certain scenes that were really ridiculous and really out there, and just it had those scenes that really just didn't need to really make the movie that kind of unbelievable at points. And the final scene, while I did like the final scene of this film, there is a little bit of movie magic involving in that. So I think some people, they may not particularly believe the whole full story ending there. And I did have a little bit of problems with the final scene, but I also was expecting the final scene to happen. So at the same time, I was kind of a mixed bag on that final scene. But for me, I would give a score of this film a 3 out of 5. I did like the action scenes. I thought there was a lot of good shots. I don't think that it needed that side story throughout the film, but I think it's a solid enough film. I don't really think it's a film that I really need to feel a need to rewatch it right away, but I did enjoy it for the most part. I just wish that certain aspects they could have left out of the film that really didn't need to be there. This is supposed to be a more fun action film, and I do feel that some people, when they see this side story and they see these other distracting things, that it may take a little bit away from the film. I do have to say that I really thought that this film was going to be like a Netflix kind of film, and I think it's a lot better quality than a Netflix film. I think that it has some pretty good shots, and I think it's a pretty believable film for the most part. There is a little bit of movie magic, like I said, but for the most part, I enjoyed this film. But thank you guys for watching this review. Let me know down in the comments, what did you think about this film? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Let me know, and as always, thank you guys for watching.